Hey, find it.
Do you think what were the points that you were using to bring up your children?
Um, okay, so when I brought up my children, um, I didn't have all of that awareness. And so I used to spend my time saying, especially to my eldest son, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And I found myself, if I listened to myself, I mean, how boring, but don't do this. And he must have thought exactly the same. And he must have thought the only thing that resonated with him in his head was, instead of don't do that, was do that, because that's what he did. He did that, what I asked him not to do. So hindsight's a brilliant thing. Um, but unfortunately, that's how we learn from our mistakes. And as they're older, I have a very, very good relationship with both of my sons, and they're very different and they're very funny, both of them in their own way. But they will always listen to me now. And I think, why didn't you listen to me when I was? But I understand, I know why they didn't listen to me, because everything that I say to them now is positive. I don't tell them what to do. I ask them what they're doing, and I don't even try and give them advice unless I feel that they need advice. It might be through their silences, through is everything okay? And they come to me and they talk to me. So the thing is that we want to pass our experiences on to our children, but yet when we want to pass those experiences on that we are trying to get away from, because our experiences are passed down from generation to generation. So my mother's taught me how to be a certain way, and I used to pull my hair out thinking, oh my, I don't want to be like this. I really don't want to be like this. I love you, mum, but I don't want to be you. And so that, you know, I'm then trying to pass on those values down to my children. Yet I don't even want them myself. So why would I do that? But that's what we do as parents, because we don't know any different. But that's not a criticism of them. That's, they only know how to deal with their families, because they only know with the tools they're given. They don't know any more, they don't know any less, and everybody's on their own individual journey. So it's very difficult, but it doesn't matter if we make mistakes, because I believe the more mistakes we make, the better we become. So I should be amazing, the amount of mistakes I've made.
Okay. And what is the one thing that you always talk to your children about, and what was the shift that you actually made? Can you give us like an highlight as to where can somebody start a change from?
How are you feeling? That's a very good question. And it opens up so much. How are you feeling? Because none of us know how we're feeling most of the time, even as adults. We might say, yeah, I feel angry. Oh, I'm really angry because of this. But how are you feeling? So explore how you're feeling. And when a child has to think about how they're feeling, or your child, they have to think about a situation that maybe led them to feeling a certain way. And in exploring that situation, they might then see how they have got to there, how that situation made them feel. They may think, actually, if I'd have done that better, I might have been able to go down that avenue. So how are you feeling shows care, consideration, shows that you're going to give them time to listen to their answer. And it's a lovely way. It's a it's giving children that time to actually, and importance to answer that question, because we live busy lives. And what we want is, one of the mistakes I used to make as a mother was, I'm going to work. I need you to get you to bed. I need you to get up. I need you to eat your breakfast. I need you to eat your lunch. I need you to eat your dinner. What do you want? Okay, mum, can I have this in my sandwiches? No, I've only got this. This is what you're having. Oh, great. Why bother asking? Well, exactly. Why bother asking if I'm going to give you what you're going to get anyway? So, but these are all things that, it's the frustration. If you think back, you might actually think, well, actually, I did ask them that question, and I actually gave them another answer. So it's being aware of your words, being aware of how you come across with your children. But being able to ask that question, how are you feeling, is a really big thing, because from there comes everything. Because if they're feeling sad, or if they say, I feel a bit upset today, mum, well, we're going to find out what's the reason you feel upset. The reason you feel upset might be because something's happened at school. Getting that out and being able to talk about it is very, very big for a child. That's how I would have liked as a child, you know, my mother to have asked me. And so, you know, maybe everybody else maybe think, how would they like to have been treated? Because how they would have liked to be treated to then treat somebody else, then you're helping somebody. You can't go past, you can't go to the past and you can't move forward. You have to stay in where we are in the present. But right now, if you can help somebody not go through what you went through, then surely that's a really good thing.
Yeah, I think it only comes from when you are, we are discussing all of it. I can only say that it can all start the relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with your children and with your own parents. It only starts from the relationship that you have for yourself. Because to think about all of these things, you need that kind of awareness. As to firstly, you have to take care of yourself as to how you are feeling. So until and unless I don't know how do I feel, even if I'm frustrated, I am definitely going to take out that anger on somebody else. And for sure, it might be the children that are there with me because they are easier to do that. We can easily take out our anger, and poor little thing, they can't do anything. So I think that's what happens in most of the cases. And in India, I see this a lot. And personally, also, I've experienced this, so I know this happens. So